This video is going to talk about comparing positive and negative fractions. So, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to name these fractions. What's shaded here? It's a little bit hard to tell, it's a little bit light, but I can tell you that this, well, nope. Shaded, 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 shaded. So in this pizza, 3 pieces are shaded and there are 4 pieces total. Somebody ate one already. In this pizza, 1 piece is shaded. There are 4 parts that make a total pizza. That's where the extra piece went from the other one. So, which sign goes between the fractions? What's bigger, 1/4 or 3/4? Would you rather have 1 piece of a 4-piece pizza or 3 pieces of a 4-piece pizza? Well, if they're both 4-piece pizzas, I'd want 3 pieces because leftovers. Fifths are like any other object. 3 of them is more than 1 of them. Would you rather have 3/5 or 1/5? Well, you'd rather have 3/5 of something. Pizza. What is more? 2/8 or 3/8? What's more? $2 or $3? 2 toys, 3 toys. 2 minutes or 3 minutes? 3/8 is bigger than 2/8. 4/7 or 3/7? 4/7 is greater than 3/7. Go ahead and write the correct sign between each pair. Pause the video, we'll talk about it when you come back. Welcome back. Let's write the correct sign between each pair. I'd rather have 3/5 than 1/5. I'd rather have 5/9 than 4/9, and I'd rather have 9/10 than 7/10. Now, let's go ahead and label these fractions. This, first of all, this is shaded, this is shaded, this is shaded. So let's look at these fractions. We have 1 out of 4 pieces shaded, 1 out of 3 pieces shaded, or 1 out of 2 pieces shaded. You can kind of think of having to share with friends. If you share the same pizza with 2 friends, so you cut it in half, you get a pretty big slice of pizza. Hooray! If you share it with 3 friends, you still get a decent amount of pizza. You're still pretty good. It's not as big as just sharing it with 2. There's more that has to be shared. And then if you look at that 1/4, well, then you only get 1/4 of a pizza. And since these are obviously personal pan pizzas, because, I mean, look at the size of them. So the bigger number here, the bigger amount here, is actually the smaller denominator. Interesting. Let's look at this fraction line. So we're going to label this fraction line the same way that we labeled before. There are 2 pieces here and 1 pencil that the cat doesn't have anymore. There are 2 pieces of this number line here. 1 of them is shaded, so that's 1 out of 2. There are 3 pieces of this number line, or you can think about it like breaking a really long candy bar or one of those really long Twizzler things. If we break it into 3 pieces, this is 1/3. This would be 2/3. And if we break it into 4 pieces, that's 1/4. This, extending it out, would be 2/4. And this would be 3/4. But really all we're looking at right now is right here. So, go ahead and try to figure out which one is more here. And we'll talk about it when you come back. Welcome back. Let's look at letter A. Letter A says 1/3 versus 1/5. Would you rather have 1 slice of a 3-slice pizza or 1 slice of a 5-slice pizza? You get more pizza in a 1/3 than 1/5. Would you rather have 1 slice of an 8-slice pizza or 1 slice of a 2-slice pizza? Well, let's just go ahead and map that one out. This is 1/2. This is 1/8. You get a lot more pizza with 1 piece of a 2-piece pizza instead of 1 piece of an 8-piece pizza? 1 piece of a 4-piece pizza, 1 piece of a 7-piece pizza. I'd rather have 1 piece of a 4-piece pizza. Oh boy, now we're getting bigger. 2 pieces of a 3-piece pizza. You can see that this is shaded and this is shaded. Or 2 pieces of a 5-piece pizza. Look at the difference in the amount of pizza that you would get. So, which one of these is bigger? 2/3 or 2/5? Definitely 2/3. Go ahead and try comparing these. Notice 2 things. First of all, notice that right now the numerators are the same. Second of all, notice that this is the number 10. Just kind of didn't format correctly. Go on, we'll talk about it when you come back. Welcome back. So, 2 pieces of a 4-piece pizza is bigger than 2 pieces of a 7-piece pizza. 2 pieces of a 10-piece pizza or 2 pieces of a 9-piece pizza, I get just a little bit more if I have that 9-piece. 2 pieces of a 5-piece pizza or 2 pieces of a 6-piece pizza, I'll get more with the 2/5 than the 2/6. Now, if you ever start to lose track of what's going on, think in a big difference of numbers. Think about 1/2 or think about 1/100th. And if we go ahead and show 1/2, well, that would be this. And if I show 1/100th, first I have to cut the pizza into literally 100 pieces. Kids, that's 50 slices. That's going to take me so long, and all I'm going to get is that little bit. Not the whole pizza, that's just a whole bunch of cuts that are cut terribly. Don't ask me to cut pizza, have somebody else cut the pizza. Do that. All right, 2 pieces of a 700-piece pizza or 2 pieces of an 800-piece pizza. You're going to get a little bit more with the 700-piece. 2 pieces of a 3,741-piece pizza. 2 pieces of a 3,641-piece pizza. You're still getting 2 pieces. Which one's cut better for you? Well, in this case, it would be that one. I'm going to let you go ahead and tackle this on your own. When you come back, we'll talk about it. Welcome back. Would you rather have 18 pizzas or 15 pizzas? That's a lot of pizza, but just bear with me. We'd rather have 18. Would you rather have 3/18 or 3/15? So if the pizza was cut into 18 or 15, we cut more slices with 18. Those are going to be more slices. So because we have to cut more slices, they're going to be smaller. However, with 15, those slices are going to be just a little bit bigger. 9 versus 10, well, I'd rather have 10 of something. But if I'm cutting something up, I'd rather have it cut into 9ths. I'd rather have 6/9 than 6/10. Because that's 6/9, the pieces are bigger because there are fewer cuts. 5/8, 5/9. I'd rather have 5/8. Fewer cuts means more for me. Or I guess you, if it's you doing the math problem, sure, whatever. All right, letter D. Would I rather have 8/9 or 8/8? Well, 8/9 is almost all of a pizza. Cool. Except 8/8. Remember how I told you that's a fractional 1? Kids, that's the whole pizza. I could get the whole pizza if I play my cards right. Woohoo! 7/12 or 7/10? 7/10 is bigger than 7/12. There are fewer cuts, so I get more pizza. 5/3 or 5/4? You may notice that these are more than one pizza. 5/3, if I cut a pizza into thirds and I get 5 of them, I'm going to have 2 pizzas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/4, I'm still going to have 2 pizzas, but look at how much I'm getting now. Here, I have over 1.5 pizzas. Here, I just have a little bit over 1 pizza. I'd rather have 5/3 than 5/4. They want you to order the fractions from least to greatest. I'm going to let you go ahead and do that on your own. That is a bonus. Pay attention to the cuts of the pizza. Maybe try drawing a picture. So, is half always more than a quarter? Well, let's look at half and half. 1/2, 1/4. What do you think? Let's label each mark by what fraction of the length it represents. So I can see that this number line is split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I know that from 0 to 1, this is one whole, then I know that it's cut up into 5 pieces. There are 5 cuts. So each one of my labels are going to have a 5 in the denominator. This is 1/5. There's only 1/5. All the way up to here is 2/5, and then 3/5, and then 4/5. I could put 5/5 here, but 5/5, because it's the same number top and bottom, is the exact same thing as saying 1, and 1 is easier. I could say 0/5 here, but 0/5 just means I get 0 pieces of a 5-piece pizza. And that's sad. We can compare fractions using number lines as long as they have the same length. So we can use either one of these number lines to compare between fifths, but we can't compare this number, this fifth, to this fifth because it's a little bit shorter. Just like saying that this candy bar is shorter than this candy bar. But I can still cut this candy bar into fifths, just like I can cut this one into fifths. Yeah, moving on. So, can a temperature ever be between 1 and 2 degrees? Can it ever be like 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit? Sure. Do we ever measure it that way? Not so much. What about between -1 and -2 degrees? Yeah, it could be -1.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Not necessarily the way that we do it, unless you're like taking a body temperature, but that gets like way up into like hopefully just the mid to high 90s and not much more than that. Can a bird's position be between 0 and 1 meters above sea level? Well, if we have sea level here, that's us seeing sea level. You're welcome. Get it? Because it's an I. So we have sea level and we have the bird. This is 0 meters above sea level. This is 1. The bird could also be here, or here, or here, or it could be anywhere in there, right? Yeah, it could be different. Can the fish's position be a fraction of a meter below sea level? Absolutely. Same thing. Well, now we just have fish going every different direction. This is chaos. We're done. Let's go ahead and write the negative fractions. So here we had 0 to 1, 0 to 1. This is still cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still cut into fifths, except now we have to go backwards. So what's 1/5 of the way away from 0? What's -1/5? It's going to be close to 0. -1/5, -2/5, -3/5, -4/5. And look at how the 1/5 are equidistant from 0. The 2/5, whether they're positive or negative, are equidistant from 0. The 3/5, the 4/5, and the number 1. Hooray! Everybody's happy now. So they want you to use the number line on the previous slide that I just put a whole rainbow over to compare the fractions. 2/5 versus 1/5. Would you rather have 2 slices of 5-slice pizza or 1 slice of a 5-slice pizza? 2 slices, obviously. What about when we start looking at negatives? Would you rather give away 2 slices of a 5-slice pizza or give away 1 slice of a 5-slice pizza? I'm just going to give away 1 slice of a 5-slice pizza so that I have the rest of them. Because I like pizza. Letter B, would you rather have 3/5 or 4/5? I'd rather have 4/5 of a pizza. Would I rather give away 3/5 or give away 4/5? I'd rather give away 3/5. You can see that the direction of the signs are changing when we flip-flop both of the integer signs. Let's look at letter C, 4/5 to 2/5. I'd rather have 4/5 of a pizza. Would I rather give away 4/5 or give away 2/5? I'd rather give it away. Because in math, you think greedy just so that you can imagine the bigger number. If you want to give away 4/5 of your pizza because you are a kind human being, please do it, but don't let it confuse your math thinking. 0 parts of a pizza or 2/5 parts of a pizza? I'd rather have 2/5 of a pizza. Would I rather have 0 parts of a pizza or give away 2/5 of a pizza? I'd rather have 0 than have to give any pizza away, because then I have to smell it before it goes away and then I get hungry and it's a whole thing. I'm going to let you go ahead and tackle this one. When you come back, I'll put the answers down. Welcome back. I'd rather have 2/3. I'd rather give away 1/3. I'd rather have 8/9. I'd rather give away 5/9. I'd rather have 5/8. I'd rather give away 3/8. I'd rather have 3/4. I'd rather give away 1/4. Bonus! So, which fraction here is greater, and how do we know? Psst. There's a negative sign and a positive sign. Positive sign's always bigger. You knew that. Which one's bigger in these pairs? I'm going to give you, well, I'm going to give you infinite time because you can pause this whenever you want, but it shouldn't really take you that long to go through. Welcome back. I see a positive and a negative. Positive's more. I'd rather eat pizza than give it away. I see a negative and a positive. The positive is more. I see a negative and a positive. The positive is more. And I see a positive and a negative. The positive is more. Wow! Bonus! Look, another positive. So, which fraction in each set is the least? Oof, we gotta think about that. Go ahead, tackle this on your own, and when you come back, we'll talk about it. Welcome back. Which one of these is the least? Which one would I want the least? Well, I want 3/5, which means negative 2/5 is the least because it's a negative. But now we have positive 4/7 and positive 4/5. Would I rather have 4 slices of a 7-slice pizza or 4 slices of a 5-slice pizza? I'd rather have 4/5 of a pizza because less cuts equals more. So that means 4/7 is the least. I'm just going to circle that so we remember. Would I rather give away 2/9 or 2/5? Well, when I think about that, would I rather have this one can get tricky because it's negative and the least. Let's think about this first. Would I rather have 2 slices of a 9-slice pizza or 2 slices of a 5-slice pizza? I would rather have 2 slices of a 5-slice pizza, which would mean I'd rather give away 2 slices of a 9-slice pizza because they're both negative. Because it's asking for which one is the least, that would be negative 2/5. Kind of got to think like twice on that. Down here, Would I rather give away 2/5 or give away 3/5? Well, I'd rather give away just 2/5, which means -3/5 is the least. I'm going to let you run through these bonuses. Ooh, comparing 3 numbers? What? Go ahead and read through this if you choose. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today. Have a wonderful day.